because the Minister in the PresidencyKhumbudzo Ntshavheni is saying that Cabinet is yet to decide on whether the Israeli embassy in South Africa should be closed amid growing human rights violations in Gaza. Ntshavheni briefing earlier following Cabinet's meetings over the last 2 weeks. Our senior political reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo has more from the capital.
Of course, there's the separation of powers. What's taking place in Parliament tomorrow is from a separate arm of the state. But there is a lot of discussion around this. The Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, Candace Mashego Dlamini, saying that there is merit to the calls by some South Africans to have this embassy closed. How far are these discussions? Because this is time-bound.
Thank you. I think what's important is to say government does not work on the discussion, it works on the decisions that it has taken. And as I've indicated, Cabinet has not taken a decision to close down the embassy of Israel in South Africa or to expel the ambassador of Israel to South Africa. As things stand, the embassy of Israel in South Africa remains open and the ambassador remains welcome to operate in South Africa. And what happens in Parliament is the responsibility of Parliament. Like you've said, the separation of powers doctrine applies.
And let's talk then about the nature of the discussions around this Israel-Hamas war and what the South African government stance is. Yes, we have shown solidarity with the people of Palestine, and you've also referred the matter to the International Criminal Court. You have said during your briefing that you are wanting the ICC to prove itself to this government. Do you have faith that they will move with speed?
We are hoping that the ICC as a UN body will move with speed. If they don't move with speed, it's not to prove to South Africa, it's to prove to the global community that they are an objective body as they were intended to be, and that they don't have rules, a sort of rules for one set of leaders and a set of rules for the other set of leaders. But our focus is not only on the ICC, it's about also on the mediation efforts that are going on. We have availed ourselves to participate in the mediation efforts, and that's why we were in Cairo and the summit of Cairo say, how do we find a solution? Because we need a ceasefire immediately. We need the humanitarian corridors to open. We need the protection of hospitals and schools and safe zones for children, for women and for civilians. But we need to find a permanent solution to the situation of the Palestinian people and the Israeli people to live side by side, both in security, because there will not be security for the Israelis when there's no security for the Palestinians. And that's the realization that must be had. And that's the preoccupation that we must all work towards, to find a lasting solution that the two people can live together side by side.
All right, Minister in the PresidencyKhumbudzo Ntshavheni, she delivered the post-cabinet outcomes earlier on today following the meetings that took place on the 9th and the 17th of November. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Tshwane.